Holly's team page may have it, but I know my team page, Pink Family, has, and it's actually still pinned right now, so it's easy to find, but the Olympic posting relay that we did, and it's got 16 days of prompts. So it can, it helps you not just post a salesy little ad graphic. It tells you things, okay, post about a friend's testimony today, or post about what you could do with your paycheck. And it's got lots of different posting ideas to help you kind of get started. And I will know, Holly can probably tell too, I can see such a difference in my team's posts since they've been doing this, because it's a real picture of them. It's not a salesy ad, and it's helping them say, oh, this is how to easily get a Plexus post in with a personal post. So check out those prompts, and they'll help you kind of get your brain going. And then like Holly said, buffer, that is such a big deal. I know one of my downlines, she does on Sunday night, she buffers for the whole week as many as she can, Plexus post. And there's other apps that you can use too, Hootsuite, Postcron, there's Tiny Torch, there's several different ones you can use. And then there's something that I love to do, and it's a time saver for me, especially in the beginning, is I would, if I saw a post that I liked, there's a button where you can click Save Post. I would send it to a message to myself, but this is my new favorite thing that I love. You can get you and, let's say, a sideline or your upline. Joya and I have done this, and we have a little group, a secret group that's just ours. And anytime we see a Facebook post that we like, we save the photo, copy the text, and add it to that group. So let's, and I just paste it and save the picture like a regular post. So anytime I want to look for a new post, it's on that team page. And I'm not having to scroll through all my messages to find it, or scroll through all my saved posts to find posts that I like. So honestly, that's part of my IPA. Once a week, well, sometimes I'll do it every day, but for real, sit down for like a good few minutes and just look for posting ideas, so I can have them for the week. So that's a really good idea to help save time too. And then I always like to try to keep your post. If y'all have not seen that training video on the 4 colors of MLM, it's wonderful. If you want it, you can ask me for it later, and I can message it to y'all or put it on Holly's page. But you've got 4 colors. You've got blue, red, green, and yellow. I won't go into all the details, but it's fun to start posting to all those different colors. The reds are the ones that are the go-getters. They're driven, they're focused, they're success focused. The yellows are a lot like Holly. They want to help people. They want to reach out. They want to really see what the products are doing for people. I'm really good with testimonies. The blues are all about the fun. So anytime y'all have like a training together, or maybe take a snapshot of y'all on the Zoom and getting to hang out with your friends and your jammies and that kind of stuff. So the blues really like that. And then the greens are all about the facts and the details, and are typically a little bit longer to sign up, but then they're in for the long haul. So knowing that kind of stuff and knowing how to post to all those different personalities is fun too. So yeah, that's what I got.
I love it. Okay, so now we did 5 minutes of contacting people, and it takes you about 3 minutes a day if you do 3 posts, a minute a post, if that. It won't even take you that. So now we're up to 8 minutes, right? 8 minutes a day. That's easy. That's easy stuff. And that's with me contacting 10 people and making 3 Facebook posts. Okay, so I'm up to 8. Now, the last thing is to train yourself. Now, training can vary. We have, 3-minute videos, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 20, an hour. It just depends. On YouTube, you can look. You can go to several different Plexus Women's page. Julia Carty has a page. I have a page. Let's see. Who are some more that are some
Tamara Holloway.
Tamara Holloway's excellent.
Sarah Marble. Oh gosh, Melissa Eichenhorst is really great. Tara Castaneda has some good videos. Sonia Dudley. There's a lot of great people on YouTube that you can watch. I did that so much in the beginning. That's why I just found people and I just listened to them.
And through doing that, you kind of learn, and you learn how to do things. So you can do it for as short or as long. You can look and watch one on how to post on Facebook. You can watch one on how to cold message people. You can watch one on the products or what to recommend for people. There's all kinds of things. You just need to look it up on, YouTube, and you can find it, and that can determine your last, 15 minutes. So if you did a 7-minute video, that would be your 15 minutes. And there's several that are less than that. Now, some nights you may get on a training like this. We're offering this training this week, and it's more than 7 minutes, but at least you're on here, because now we're fixing to talk about, okay, that's great about, reaching out, posting daily, training yourself, but we also need to stay encouraged. And how do we do that? By being involved with us, by being involved with Lindsay and myself, by messaging us. I should not always have to come and message all of my people. We should have that relationship going back and forth where we're talking and helping, and how do I say answer this or whatever, because I don't always know what you need if someone messages you. So just send me a message, and I can help you that way. I have a good relationship with a lot of my people that are on here, and they're not always my level ones. So, Ashley Darnell, she's my level 2. We've talked, all week about different issues, several times just today, so I'm always here if you need me. I don't work now, so I have time for you. But I want you to reach out to me. That's the thing. You don't have to do this on your own, and that's the beauty of this. This was not created for you to sign up and be like, okay, here you go, go be successful. No, anybody from silver to gold to senior gold, I would like a relationship with you where we're talking often, through the every day or week or whatever it may be, that you can make time for me in, because I can help you and encourage you. But I don't want to bother you either, but I do see more success with my people that do have that relationship. Like Lindsay and I, we talk almost every day. She talks to Julia almost every day. And so just make sure, Holly will even message you at 1 a.m. I will. You are so right. If I see it and you've messaged me, I will. And it's not because I'm up working, it's because I'm watching TV, and then I just check my phone like, oh, I wonder if somebody needs me. Because I love it, So those are the things that you do. Okay, so that's great, Holly. Now, how do I do it? How do I do these things? Well, first, the reason you're not doing them is because you're not organized and you're getting yourself overwhelmed. You're putting yourself in this group and that group and this group and trying to do this and trying to message, but you don't know who to message because you didn't get organized. So organization will fix your whole problem for you. What you need to do, starting now, simple September, get yourself organized, and you can do these things in 15 minutes a day. These 15 minutes a day, every day for the next month, will change your business. It may not change it immediately, but when you continue to do this, you will reap the rewards of this. As you're following up with people, because remember, people are not going to join you that first time or second time. It took me 8 messages, and statistics show that 5 to 12 contacts is where people do make their, have their questions or make a purchase or join your team, whatever it is, in sales, that 5th to 12th contact. And probably you are stopping after the first or second, because that's what most people are doing. And I want to encourage you to not do that, because you are stopping right before you're being successful. So somebody's going to come behind you and get those people. So what does organization look like? I know you've heard me say it 100 times, but you've got to have at least that 100 list. Have it, revamp it, write it down, keep it, and use it to be organized with it. Like, this is my thing. I have a 100 list, and then I'll mark the date that I talk to someone or message them, and then in 2 weeks I can come back and follow up. Lindsay's got some different ideas that she's done as well through a calendar, and so I'll let her kind of talk to you about the calendar. I'm not great at putting stuff in like Excel and all that, because that takes extra time out of my day, but I can use a piece of notebook paper in my journal, write the date, and then go back and follow up with people. So let's talk to Lindsay about some calendar ideas.
Okay, well, the first thing is, statistics have shown that, where is this? Maybe it's 85%. I didn't write the stat down. But if you have a draft of your plan, that I think it's 85. I can't remember my handwriting. But statistics show that if you have it written down, your results are going to skyrocket. So I think it's really important. If you're a computer person, that's a type of writing down. Or if you're a handwritten person, that's fine. It just has to be written down somehow. And again, that goes back to, am I winging it as a hobby, or am I really taking this serious as a business? I mean, what business can you work for 15, 30 minutes a day and make incredible, financial blessings for your family. So take the time to plan ahead. Benjamin Franklin says, failing to plan is planning to fail. So take a few minutes on the weekend and get your week ready. And y'all, that's not, I'm just going to put a plug in for outside of Plexus. That's for my family. Like, I have to function that way just for my family. I have to plan our meals ahead of time. I cannot just wing it, because if I'm thinking about dinner at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, what do I need to get out to unfreeze? Anybody else like that? Like, you have to really plan. So same thing with this, guys. So take some time and know that it's okay if you do this and you don't like how your system works. That's okay. Try it again, because I was like that. I wanted my system. I wanted my ABC 1, 2, 3 cookie cutter. This is how it's going to work. And it just took me a while to figure out what works for me. So in the very beginning, I had a file, and it's on my Pink Family page. I think it's on Holly's page too. And I didn't put things in my calendar, but I made a little paper called 5 through 1, and I did my Monday through Friday, and I wrote my 5s, who I was going to contact, my follow-ups, and what I was going to train myself on. And you know what I trained myself on? Whatever I was doing. If I was doing cold messaging, and I really want to be better about cold messaging, that's what I would focus my training on. If I noticed that I was, wanting some more ideas about Facebook posting, that's what I would train myself on. Whatever I wanted to grow in, that's what I was training myself on. So that really worked really great for me in the beginning. Then I moved to a calendar. That worked great for a little while for me. I would write in, what I liked about both of these is I could do it ahead of time. So I would write all my 5s and, on my calendar, all my new contacts, and then all my follow-ups in another color, or just slash on my calendar. And I do some type of the same thing right now. Now, to me, what you really need help organizing is your follow-ups, because like that, pretty soon you can have a few hundred people that you've talked to, and you need to have a way to follow up with them. If you there's an index card system. Some people have an index card at ABC order, and they pull the card out. Those cards would spill all over my car, so I can't do that. I like having something like a notebook that I could take with me everywhere I go. So I like the notebook idea. And here's recently I started doing in my follow-up notebook, I have it's ABC order. So I have A and then a few pages for A. So anytime I message someone from my 100th list, I automatically write their name in there with a date beside it under the A. So if I message Ashley, I would write her name in the Ashley with the date beside it, because I like ABC order, and again, that helps with your time. And then let's see what else. That's just kind of how I've worked it for just my my new contacts and my follow-ups. Now for my team, I have a different system, but we can talk about that later, because I feel like y'all really just want to focus on your 5s and your 3s. But if you do have ambassadors, add those to a customer list. That can be in your calendar, or that can just be printed out for back office. But some kind of paper, so when you sit down to do your Plexus work, you got everything already ready. You've written out who you're going to contact for that week. You've written out who you're going to follow up with for that week, whether that's potentials or current customers or current ambassadors. You have it quick at a glance. You spent 30 minutes, organizing it and planning it the night before, the week before is what I would do. Even the month. I mean, you can write out your whole people you're going to contact for that whole month in 5 minutes, And to me, that took, when I started doing that, I realized, because my little boy was only napping for like 30 minutes. So I knew, I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to have something where I'm for real. And then once I got serious and I got really organized with it, my time was so much more focused. And I will tell you, people tend to procrastinate the things that they don't like to do or don't make them uncomfortable, the harder things. So I would find out what's the hardest thing for you. To me, I loved listening to training. I could listen to training all day long, but I didn't always want to follow up. I did follow up, and following up will get you to diamond, but that was the harder thing for me. So I would always try to do my follow-ups first. Some people, cold messaging really didn't bother me, so I had no problem cold messaging. But if that's something that's hard for you, when you sit down to do your Plexus work, I would do that first. Anyway, I think it's so important to plan the night before. Research says that when you plan the night before, the week before, your subconscious is kind of like motivating you internally, because it's got this on your mind. So and just not procrastinating on those hard things. So, anything else, Holly?
I think that what happens with a lot of people is that they get excited at first and they're like, okay, I'm going to get organized. I'm going to do this. And then when people don't like your post or people don't message you back or people say they're going to join and they don't, you become discouraged. And what that discouragement does is all of a sudden you quit posting as much. All of a sudden you quit messaging as much. You quit following up as much. And it trickles down to where you're not doing it at all. And it comes faster than you really even realize that it did. And what that looks like to the people watching you is that you're not passionate about it. So it puts a negative vibe in their head when they see us going back and forth and all in and all out and all in and all out and back and forth. It leaves a negative taste in their mouth for us. And so they might be more likely to come to my sister Kara instead of me if they see that I am not passionate about it and not continuing to post and saying how much I love Plexus, and if I'm not reaching out to people or wearing my shirt in public or bracelet or whatever it is. And now it's so funny because I went to the beauty shop today to get my hair done. And I was sitting in the chair, and about 20 minutes later, this lady said, "Hey, you're the crazy Plexus lady, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I like that someone noticed me. I don't think she said crazy. Maybe I said crazy. She said, "You're the Plexus lady." She didn't say crazy, but in my head, I think I'm crazy Plexus lady. But I love it, she's like, "Is so-and-so still doing that? Is she doing good?" And I said, "Yeah, she is. She's doing great." But the person that they asked me about, I haven't even seen them post lately. But I wouldn't dare say anything negative about them. But I thought, for them to ask me if so-and-so was still doing good, but they knew that they didn't know me and knew that I was, really posting, really passionate about it. I thought, man, she could have come to her friend, but she was asking me about it. You see what I'm saying? So make sure that you're not losing somebody that's really close to you to somebody like me that is posting every day when I don't even know them. So that's just kind of an example to show you. And another thing is, if you're discouraged, please know this is not going to happen overnight. Please know that I have sat up at night at 11 o'clock on the phone with Lindsay and cried my eyes out over my business not growing last summer. And was I ever going to get past senior gold? As I sat still for 6 months. And then I had a call kind of like this, and we started really I worked the business every day. I quit making excuses. I quit saying I'm not home till 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night and I still need to bathe my babies or I may not see them tonight. I got all of my stuff done and I still made time for my business. I still did it. And within 7 months, I was able to rank up 3 times. Why? If I had sat still and quit posting as much or quit working my business, quit following up and checking in with people and helping people, I would still be gold. Nothing would have ever changed. So if you've been stuck for a while where you are, something that you're doing or not doing is not working. You're going to have to change it up. If you're there for a long time and it's not getting any better, one, let's be real, you're either not doing the work, and you know that. I don't know what you do every day. But if you're stuck, you're not doing the work. 2, you need to change it up because you're hiding behind Facebook. Or 3, you're saying you want it, but you're not doing anything to get it. And if you're on this call, you really want it, and you really need it, and you deserve it because you sat here and listened how to do it. Now, when you get off, go do it. And go do it every day and make a difference. Who do you love? Who are 3 people that you really love and that this would change their life if you were successful with this business? What would it do for them, and what would their life look like when you were able to be successful? Are they not worth that? Eli was worth every extra minute that I sat up at night. He was worth it, and I am so very grateful to stay home with him every day. It is such a blessing to me. But I look back and I look at the time sacrifice, and I remember sitting in my prayer closet and praying over this and working my business. And, several months later, it was so worth it. It was worth it. I don't even know where those minutes went because now I get hours with my baby. Hours. Because I sacrificed those few minutes. So just do what it takes. We are here to help you, and we can show you exactly what to do. And I do want to say, too, we need to really be progressive about when we sign these people up. That's not the hard part. The hard part is helping them, making sure they're taking their products correctly. Do we need to troubleshoot their products? When you sign these people up, you need to be messaging them at least once a week for the first 2 months, keeping them happy on the products. What do we need to change? Are they taking enough? Are they drinking enough water? If you don't know how to do that troubleshooting, then bring that to me and let me help you through that. But you will lose them faster than you will gain them. And you're not going, let's all be realistic. When we signed these people up, when Lindsay signed me up, I was going to take it for 2 months, lose my 15 pounds, and I was out of here. I wasn't sticking around. That wasn't my plan. I didn't sign up for Plexus to take it for the rest of my life. However, now they will have to shut Plexus down before I quit taking Plexus. So, what happened in those 2 months? Lindsay helped me. She gathered me and poured into me. So the people that you have, whether they want the business or the product, still pour into them and help them and love on them and help them to be successful with what they're wanting for their goals for these products. And at the same time, always add them to the team page because they might want their money back. Lindsay didn't join this business to work it. Julia put her on her team page. Within 3 days, she was like, hey, I think I might can do this. She's a diamond. She's making a ton of money a month over not wanting to work a business, just wanting some energy. So you never know whose life this is going to change. And in the process, how it's going to change your life. What else, Lindsay?
Gosh, I think how do y'all, how am I supposed to do anything after Holly? She just takes you to church. She just but I would love to see. I think the planning, I think having an accountability partner to maybe, and that might be Holly, it may be your direct upline, or it may be a sideline. At the beginning of the month, Julia and I plan our whole month on our team page. I have everything planned the whole month before. My people that I'm going to message, I had them all planned out the month before. My posting ideas, I'm doing those kind of throughout the week and stuff too, but for the most part, I know how to post now, so I'm not having to spend so much time learning about that. But having those things planned out and having an accountability partner, it really does make your time go so much. You're just so much more effective. You can be efficient, you can check things off, but being effective is checking the right things off. And this planning, you're posting, you're training yourself, and you're doing your 5-3-1, you're reaching out to new people, you're following up, and you're training yourself and somebody. Planning that stuff ahead of time is checking the right effective stuff off. So I don't know. I would love to see how y'all, maybe sometime tomorrow we can put a post on Holly's page and we can take snapshots underneath there. Maybe, give them a few days or whatever, but just send a snapshot of your calendar or what you decided to do to plan out your week or your month or whatever. I would love to see some kind of, would y'all need that? I need accountability. I've been doing this for almost 2 years and I still need that accountability. So, plus it's good to see different people's ideas of how they, how they organize themselves. So something simple, you're 5, you're 3, and you're 1.
And let's be realistic too. I get tired too, and my kids are wild bucks. And at the end of the day, I don't always want to message my new people. And so, but I do. Because I think.
But if you have it written down, you can catch up from the day before. If you have it already written down, you're not wasting that time trying to figure out who you need to message. So if you do have a long day or whatever, you can always catch up from the day before.
Because if not, that 1 or 2 days skipped is going to become 3 days skipped, a week skipped, 2 weeks skipped. So, if you do anything for 30 days, it becomes a habit, whether it's reading your devotional, reading your Bible, and I'll encourage you. Every time I go to a training with Plexus, they don't always ask me to sell more or to do more or whatever. They really express us to put our priorities straight. So if you're picking up that phone in the morning and you're going straight to work in Plexus and looking and checking your messages, don't. say good morning, spend a few minutes with the Lord, do a devotion, spend some time with your kids. You don't have to be a workhorse. That's not enjoyable. That's not sustainable. That's not, you're going to burn out really fast. So that's why we say get organized, get it done in a minimal amount of time. Don't scroll that Facebook. Get your people, check them off, message them. At the end of the day, look and see if anybody messaged you back and follow up with those people. If not, you'll message your new ones tomorrow. That's okay. And when people don't message you back, don't get discouraged about that. That's okay. It really is. No message or no doesn't mean no. They're still watching because I didn't answer a bunch of Lindsay's and I was still interested. So, let's just all be real about it. We know it. Y'all did it too because y'all probably didn't join the first time either. But I think that another thing that we need to talk about too is those goals that we talked about and making sure, everybody's goal every month is to go silver. That's at 3 new ambassadors. And we can do that. You can do that. 3 people. You can reach out to 3 people. You can find them, people that might just want to try this with you if you just started. But you've got to reach out to them. And, that great specials going where you can get an extra $100 with 3 ambassadors and 3 new customers that order $50. That is a great way to make some good Christmas money. Plus, if you hadn't gone silver yet, that's another $100. Plus, every welcome pack's $25 more. So you're starting to add up into hundreds of dollars here when you start doing that this month. But I want to encourage you, just continue to fill that bathtub full because, people are realistically not going to stay around for forever like I did. But then again, you might find that person that really does and that goes to the top of the company with you. You don't need 100 people to go to the top of the company. You only need a few. But you got to find those few, and the more you find, the better off you are. So you'd rather be wide, and have a really good, strong team underneath you. But we won't keep you too much longer, but I've got a thing on my team page too, and I'd love to see your goals. Like, really think about it. If you put goals and things that you'd like to reach, whether it be kind of like a dream board kind of thing, where you post, do you want to make it to diamond or to emerald, or do you want the Lexus, or you want to have financial freedom, or stay at home mom or dad, or whatever it might be. I'd encourage you to post that because I posted mine when I first started several times, and it kept reminding me. I even saved it on my screensaver to remind me, this is what I'm going after. This is how it would change my life if I continue to work this business daily. And then I set some goals, for myself. I set them, I need to add this many people a month. I need to have this many people to set myself up to rank up the next month and things like that. I really, was progressive with that to make a difference. So I just want to encourage you, if you haven't gone all in, if you're getting discouraged, it's probably because you haven't gone all in, and you're going to continue to get discouraged if you go back and forth with the business. So if you really want to make a good go of this, let's do this month. I mean, let's give it 15 minutes a day all month and continue to see and what your business grows and see, because this fall, I mean, it can be as big as the new year, guys. I mean, I started ranking up. I ranked up twice, I think, between now and the first of the year. So this is a really busy time. That means I doubled my points for each rank up. So I mean, that's a big deal. That's a lot of people joining. But you know what? I did the work daily, and that's what it's going to take for you to really start ranking up and to get serious about it. But I know it's possible for you, and somebody's going to be right behind you doing it too. Messaging your friends if you're not. So you might as well be the one, benefiting from it and helping people. So thank you, Lindsay, for getting on with us tonight and for helping us. And let's just keep it simple September, guys. I mean, not hard, easy stuff, but really do the work and make it beneficial for all of us. And let's change our lives and change other people's, because we know it's doable. We're seeing it every day. So I love you guys, and thanks for coming. And Lindsay, anything you want to say?
Oh, no, I was just trying to write everybody down because I wasn't making sure. I was just saying everybody that was on here. I was going to write them all down to make sure. And thank y'all so much, because I know that this is, it's an investment. Time is something that you can't get back. So I appreciate, I'm like Holly, we'll match your efforts when we see the efforts that you put in. So I just want to acknowledge y'all for getting on and investing time in yourself and your why and your business. So Thank y'all.
I'm going to pray for us real quick before we end and just ask the Lord to just be with us this month in our businesses. So, God, I just thank you for today, Lord. I just thank you for each person on this call, Lord. And I just thank you for Plexus and what you've sent to us, just this blessing, God, that you've given us and helped so many of our family members. And God, that you've helped each one of us financially. And Lord, I just pray for anybody that's on this call, Lord, that whether they need to feel better health-wise or they need to have some financial relief or some freedom, or if they're just exhausted, God, and they're just worn out and they're tired of working so much and they just want to love on their family. Lord, I just ask that you help our Plexus business just to blossom, Lord. And Lord, help us to know that you've given it to us as a blessing, God, but we've got to do our part and do the work to make it continue to grow. And Lord, I just thank you for these people, and I thank you for everything that you've done for us, God. And I just look to you in faith and believing and knowing that what all you can do and you will do, and I praise you through everything. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, good to talk with you. Have a good night, and I look forward to seeing your dream boards and your goals on the team page, and I look forward to working with your new people that you're fixing to sign up this week. Bye. I have a bad headache. I didn't eat good today. You know that I'm addicted to the P96 chocolate protein shake with banana and peanut butter. Like, I have to have one a day or I'm mad. I love it.
You take it for breakfast?
I took it for supper tonight. It was I didn't get it this morning. I've got to go set up for Grandparents' Day. I love being the mama. I love it.
I know. I was thinking you got to get your hair cut during the day.
I went early. I set up for Grandparents' Day, and then Eli didn't want to stay, of course. He wanted to come back with me, so he came back and went, and I got my hair done. Because, Lord, y'all know, Brooke couldn't do my hair last month. So what I did was I went to Dollar General and I got me a highlighter. I highlighted my own hair from Dollar General.
You did a good job, Holly.
For the last month, I've had Dollar General highlighter on my hair.
Well, let me tell you something. I have not gotten my hair cut. I can't even tell you how long. It's because I always have a child with me. But Silas can sit fine. He would probably sit fine. Anna Margaret will not sit. She up until probably a month ago, she would have sat still. I could have held her in my lap the whole time I got my hair cut. But now she's just wide open. But so I haven't gotten my hair cut probably. My mom and I were really talking about it the other day because I've always gotten her to watch them while I get my hair cut. Maybe 6 times. Maybe 6 times since I had Silas. He will be 5 in January. That's humiliating. Humiliating. Oh, Lord. But I just, I don't live anywhere close, and it's just, I haven't been able to, so.
I cut Eli's hair, and I cut Lexi's hair, and Josh shaves his. So we don't really go. And I went to Brooke today, and I said, you had to do my hair last time, and she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm so sorry. I said, it's okay. I just went to Dollar General and bought a highlight kit. She said, you did what? I said,
Brooklyn on here? Brooke on here?
No, Brooke Hagler. She's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Well,
I said, so
I need to get, I will tell you another thing, too. I might be diamond, but I don't take kind of time to get my hair done. I don't do my nails. Like, I need to start taking care of myself on my outside. My inside's okay. My outside, I need some help.
I do too.
Like, I really, I used to, when I was in college, I don't know what I was thinking, but I got a pedicure like every 2 weeks. Like, I was on a schedule. What was I thinking? What? I mean,
That's a lot of money.
funny.
A pedicure
Just
for
going
$11.
there.
I'm not even getting a pedicure for Hawaii. I'm not spending that money. I'm getting my nails done and I'm getting them polished because I'm just thinking, won't it be rough on my feet, those rocks and stuff? So I'm not even getting a pedicure.
I haven't gotten a pedicure in, I cannot tell you how long. I actually know I can tell you how long. I got one before Anna Margaret was born because that was like my thing. I wanted to have